Hi guys, my name is Ania. Today I'm going to introduce you to creative planks. We're going to play with different variations of chaturangas, so unroll your mat. If you need to, grab your wristbands and let's play. Okay guys, the first is going to be typical chaturanga dandasana you've learned in your yoga classes. What I'm going to show you today is a bit of challenging version of it, going with the chin towards the floor. So let's start. Let's bring the hands down to the floor. There's a few different variations of hands I'm going to show you quickly. So first one is the palms flat. The second one is going to be making the fist with your hands. Make sure you're curling your fingers up and the thumb points forward. So you're going to press the knuckles down. And the third one, the most challenging, is going to be coming on the fingertips. So choose the variation that works best for you, or the variation that you want to work with the most. I'm going to start with the regular plank position. The variation of the legs. So if you want to modify the pose, bring your knees further back so you're not in 90-degree angle, and make sure that your hips are a little bit more forward. The second variation, and a little bit more challenging, is going to be extending one leg. So you're going to one leg plank, one leg table. And the third variation is going to be obviously the full plank with the knees off the floor. So let's take a nice big inhale in here. I want you guys make sure that you're not pushing your heels forward, so the weight is not moving towards the shoulders and neck. The weight is still in the heels and you're working your legs a lot. Nice big inhale in here, start bending your elbows and just lower your chin down to the floor. Make sure the shoulders are scooping back. Inhale in here, and then on the exhale, lift all the way up to plank. Let's do one more time to test. Chin down, and then lift. Release your knees down, and then obviously you can go to child's pose. You can lift your hands, wiggle the fingers, and circle your wrists. So the second plank is starfish. At least I like to call it starfish. You're going to bring the thumb and the index together. You're going to squeeze them in towards each other. Your elbows are going to be spreading wide, kind of like a chicken wings thing. And then there's two different ways of doing it. So you can work different muscle group in your body. So as I'm going to go in the first one, I'm going to bring my hands, that starfish, right underneath my chest. I'm going to spread the fingers, and at the same time I want to make sure that I'm pressing each cushion of each finger, each knuckle, and a little bit of pressure in the palms down. You're going to tuck your toes under. Any variation of legs, obviously it's optional. And then take a big inhale as you're bending your elbows, spreading them wide, and you're lowering your torso to any level of chaturanga. You want to make sure that your chin is in, neck is long, belly engages, and then you're not dumping the weight in the lower back. So those heels pushing back are going to help you to really engage the right muscles in this pose. Lowering down, inhale, lift. The most important thing also in the starfish, or like other planks, is to making sure that you're using your upper back muscles. So again, as I'm going to lower, I'm going to make sure that my shoulder blades are spreading wide, and so in as I'm lifting up. Lower your knees down, lift your fingers, shake it off. Second version is going to be working more of the oblique muscles, lots of length in the spine. So let's bring the hands ahead, definitely ahead of the shoulders. Again, starfish position, fingers are squeezing towards each other. Chicken wings spreading wide. Tuck your toes under. Any variation of plank, obviously. We'll make sure that the plank is a little bit longer. So maybe slide your feet a little bit back. Nice big inhale. And again, bend your elbows. Chest is moving forward and maybe moving back if you want to play around with different challenging variation of this pose. Straighten your arms. Release your knees down. Child's pose. Okay guys, Komodo Dragon, one of my favorite planks. Great in mobility and calisthenics workout, warms up upper trapezius muscles, the lower back, pecs, practically the entire body. So I'm going to start with showing you guys how the position of the hands goes first, and then we're going to play around. So I'm going to extend my right hand forward. I'm going to bend my elbow, and I'm going to make sure that the hand is positioning to the angle. So there is not typical plank positioning on the hands. It's actually a little bit more like a starfish. The other hand is going to be facing forward, and it's going to be positioned exactly the same like in typical chaturanga dandasana. So from here we can switch the hands around. I'm going to bring my left hand forward, right hand back, or we can position both hands facing to the inside, which means the starfish spreading out. So let's see how it works. I'm gonna go with one hand forward, other hand first. Other hand forward first. Okay, so plank position. And then slowly, as I'm going down, my hand that is closer to my torso is gonna be bending back, so we're doing regular plank in here. My hand that is forward is gonna be bending to this side. So I'm going into that starfish on the one side and regular chaturanga on the other. I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna switch my hands. One hand forward, elbow to the side, other hand faces forward, elbow back. Again, I'm gonna go lower, inhale left. Now, let's change the hands. So one hand is gonna be facing to the inside angle. The other hand is gonna be facing to the inside, elbow faces to the outside. Nice big inhale here. Both elbows are spreading wide. Inhale, come up, and let's switch. And again, fingers are facing towards each other. It's kind of like that nice wide open starfish. Elbows are spreading wide. Lots of chicken wings in here. Inhale, come up. Okay guys, so we're gonna be raising a bar a little bit with this plank. We're gonna start with the arms wide. Hands are facing forward. Elbows are gonna be bent. Instead of actually bending the elbows and lowering the torso, we actually add a bit of a rotational movement. So as I'm going, let's start with the knees on the floor first. As I'm moving forward and dropping my torso, I'm gonna be swinging to one side. So I'm bringing the weight of my body into my one shoulder. Then I'm gonna press the hand down, trying to straighten that arm and circle the torso to the center, to neutral position. From neutral position, I'm gonna start bending those both elbows again and then shift to the other side. From there, I'm gonna lower my torso to the level that feels still solid, stable, and comfortable. And then slowly, I'm gonna circle all the way to the other side, come up into neutral. And then we're gonna switch around. So you have a full circle going in one and the other direction. So I'm gonna bend the elbows, going to one side, through the center to the other side, straighten my arms, and bringing my torso to the center. Okay, let's try it with the knees off the floor, or with just one knee off the floor. So nice big inhale in here. Let's bend the elbows. Let's lower the torso to pretty comfortable position so you still feel solid in here. And then let's move to right side, through the center to the right, to the left, I'm sorry, all the way up and center. And then left, center, right, and up. Lower your knees down. Second variation would be with the hands facing to the inside. Again, elbows bent, elbows pointing out. Lots of pectoralis in here, guys. Let's try the same thing. Lift the knees off the floor, flex your feet. Again, don't hit the heels forward, push the heels back. And one side, center, other side, up, and left, center, right, and up. Okay, guys, this next plank is probably the most challenging of all of them. But it's also the most restorative because we're gonna apply a bit of nerve mobilization technique into it. So the hands are gonna go the same exact way like in the previous plank, except for the fingers facing to the outside. So there is gonna be a bit of outer rotation in the shoulders. And then obviously find the width of the hands that applies to you. You're gonna start bending your elbows. And let's start moving into the left shoulder first. So the left elbow is bent, the left shoulder is taking a little bit more weight, and at the same time start straightening your right arm. Now as you're straightening your right arm, start bringing more weight into the right wrist, start lifting your fingers and spread them wide, really flex that wrist. Try to maybe even lower that elbow and the shoulder towards the mat. Slowly release your palm and the finger down. Come up to center. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So start bending both elbows first. Let's shift to the right. Left arm straight. Fingers are lifting off the floor. Palm is lifting off the floor. Press the wrist down. Lots of flexion in here. Maybe shoulder and elbow and forearm is gonna go towards the floor. And then slowly release the palm and the fingers, coming up into wide plank. Okay, So that's the variation you're gonna be playing with. We're gonna also add the rotation motion that we just did in the previous pose. So either knees on the floor, one knee off the floor, above knees off the floor. Nice big inhale in here. Let's bend both elbows and let's move to the right. Straighten your left arm, I'm sorry. Press the wrist. Nice mobilization here. Release the palm. Start bending the elbow through the center to the other side. Straighten the right arm. Flex the wrist. Slowly come up all the way up to center. Let's switch. Both elbows bend. We're gonna shift to the left. Straighten the right arm. Bend the elbow through the center to the other side. And all the way up to regular plank. So this next plank, we're gonna start from the forward bend. Bring your palms flat on the floor and start walking your feet back. We're gonna start in down facing dog, but I want you guys walk into a little bit wider down dog than you usually do in your practice. So maybe hands are gonna be sliding into more forward. And the heels are probably off the floor as you go in here. Now take a nice big inhale in there, and then slowly on the exhale, start bringing attention to your right rib cage. And then as you're here, you're gonna slowly start dropping that right rib cage and the right shoulder, and then eventually right forearm down to the floor. Look for the length, don't try to contract those muscles. And then as you're here, slowly start moving your torso forward, moving into forearm plank on the right side. As you're moving your torso to neutral position, make sure you're squaring your hips. Then release your left forearm down, going to forearm plank. From here, lift the right forearm off the floor, straighten your right arm, but start shifting your left hip back. So there's a little bit of asymmetrical stretching here. And then slowly start lifting your left forearm off the floor, coming into that wide stance of down dog. Let's switch. So this time from the left, I'm gonna lengthen my left oblique. I'm gonna drop the left shoulder. I'm gonna relax my left elbow and forearm down to the floor. Now I'm gonna look for that length in the oblique as I'm shifting to forearm plank. I'm gonna adjust my torso moving into neutral position so I can relax my other hand, my other forearm down. And then my left arm is gonna come off the floor. I'm gonna lengthen the left oblique, actually right oblique and the left oblique. I'm gonna lift my right elbow and I'm gonna come up to the long stance. And again, play with this for as long as feels comfortable. Switching from side to side. It's a great way to really lengthen your spine, strengthen your core, strengthen your lower back muscles, which are also very important in plank, in any challenging arm balancing or inversion poses. And then slowly walk your feet forward, drop the head down, maybe clasp your elbows, and then swing your torso from side to side. Okay guys, that's all creative planks part 1 for today. Look up for the next video, which is going to be mainly focusing on the legs in planks. Please subscribe and see you on the mat soon.